Hey y'all. Hey Miss Sexy Ray. Miss Mary, you should be able to see me now. I was I was late today. Y'all should be able to see me now. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me clearly, if you can see me good enough. Hey y'all. Spirit fingers. I see we got a couple of superstars in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that's joining. Hey Miss Tasha. Shout out to y'all. Hey Carrie. So y'all look, my last live, I had to take a break. I had got a cold and literally my voice was like I was hoarse. The cold just took my throat, my vocal box right away. I'm still doing some clearing of the throat, but I'm here nonetheless. Nonetheless. Miss Mary say she subscribed. Thank you, Miss Mary. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate my mods forever and always. She say SD is not letting me watch you. It should be clear now, Miss Mary. Let me know if you can see me and hear me clearly now. Natasha says she can. Okay. She say, hey, chat. Miss Carrie say, hey, I love your podcast. Thank you so much, Miss Carrie. Yes, thank you, Tasha. Yes, you might still can hear a little raspiness in my voice, but that's all right. I'm okay. I'm good to go. So this live is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Let me make that very clear. That's my disclaimer. As you can see, the fair use law, copyright, whatever, is going down at the bottom. Okay. This is for entertainment purposes only. And child, have y'all been keeping up with this Diddy shenanigans? Have anybody been keeping up? It just seemed like it's so much. It's so much like that's been going on. Let me see something. Let's see how that do. Okay. Yeah, Tasha say it's a lot. It is like I feel like it's something new. Like all throughout the day, it's something new to watch, something new to dive in, something new, you know, with this Diddy case. The thing for me, let me see. Like, I feel like okay, let me put it like this. Hey Colette. I see you, girl. Okay, put it like this. I still feel like Diddy is the puppet. That's not to take away from nothing that Diddy has actually done, the abuse, the traumas that he has really caused these women and children and apparently grown men. Okay. Because he made the whole day 26 cry. Okay. So whatever he doing to the or have done to these people, okay, it's very traumatizing. But I do believe that Diddy is the tip of the iceberg. I think that he's the puppet. I feel like whatever Diddy did to the people that he answered to, he shouldn't have done. Because, or the fact that he thought that he was untouchable. I really feel like Diddy thought he was untouchable, unreachable. Or do y'all think this could have been a situation where Diddy is, we speak about the age of Aquarius all the time, right? Hey, Malibu. Hey, Malibu Boo. So could this just be the way that things are supposed to pan out? Because I don't feel like it's just Diddy that's getting exposed. I think Diddy is maybe the face of these systems. Okay. I feel like this is just a time of exposure, the time of breaking down the veils, or pulling back the veils, and the truth just being exactly what it is, the truth. Which means there's going to be some destruction going on. There's going to be some, people being exposed in all walks of life, in all different systems. Clearly, Hollywood, everything, a lot of things go back to Hollywood. But like, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Diddy is being used to expose these systems, but at the same time, I feel like all of these systems are connected some way, like per state. Especially being the fact that I seen that, like, in Michigan, Kim Worthy being connected to Diddy. Well, should I say connected? There was a case that was connected to Diddy in Michigan, right? So I feel like, I don't know, like, the stuff that I just been hearing, I just feel like it's I think it's gonna continue to expose this in the worst ways. It's just something new every damn day. Some new testimony, some new. Okay. Y'all get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm gonna talk to circles, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all gotta get what I'm saying. Cause I'm shocked. I am out of a lot of the testimonies that I've heard over the past week regarding Diddy. And the fact that he tried to pay Cassie off. Well, he did. He did give her what was it? How many millions of dollars he gave Cassie? Wasn't it like 30 million or something like that? 3 million? I think he really thought that he was above the law and that his money was going to keep him in the clear, and that nobody would challenge him. Nobody would challenge him. I heard I think I heard Monique's testimony. Shout out to Auntie Mo, because she everybody auntie. Shout out to her. And she didn't hold back. Did any of y'all hear Monique's testimony? I don't feel like she held back. I feel like she waited for this time, because over the years, they have drugged Monique for exposing and talking about her experience in the industry. They have drugged her over the years. And she didn't hold back. Her or Wendy. I heard Wendy Williams too, y'all. I heard Wendy. They already try to paint Wendy out like she crazy. They already try to paint her out like she crazy. She done lost her mind, which she probably have a little bit, but evidently she ain't forget what Diddy did, and how listen, Oprah, Tyler Perry, all of them. It's crazy. All of them. I'm trying to get to this video. Hold on, y'all. They basically saying that Oprah and Diddy was definitely getting freaky at the freak offs. Well, remember, Tasha, just like with Kimani Latti's case, how he's pleading not guilty. You can plead not guilty and then plead guilty, but you can't do it the other way around. So that could be the reason that he's pleading not guilty to all of these RICO charges and pedophilia. Oh yeah, I heard Usher. Testimony Monique's, Wendy. Of course, I think it's his bodyguard, security guard. I've heard, what else? Testimony. Usher. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of them. It's a lot. I think what's his name? His old damn, what's his name? His old assistant. Y'all know his name. Diddy's assistant. I mean, like, and Cassie's, of course. You said, what about Prince? That was a good one. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I don't think I heard that one. Hold on. Because I'm literally still catching up myself, but I wanted to talk about this because to me, Diddy represents a lot of people in our, vicinities, right? That have money, that feel like they're above the law and feel like they are the power. They feel like they are the muscle and that they could get away with anything because they have money. You know? Oh, wait, you say, what about Prince? That was a good. Well, girl, wait, so Prince had what? Okay, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it now. Wait a minute. You talking about when Diddy snaps in court after Prince's final recording played? A final recording? No, I ain't hear that one. That's what you talking about, Colette? See, this what I'm talking about. It's so much. How he do a whole he got a final recording tape? Child. I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen to that. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me see if I can find this on here. We probably watch it together real quick. Cause what? See, this would be making me think sometimes some of this stuff be staged or planned out. Like Diddy probably knew that this was gonna happen to him. He probably knew. That's what I'm saying. Prince that spoke from the grave. What? I had to look at that one, but it does. It says Diddy snaps in court after Prince's final recording played. That's what it say. Prince then left. He said, "I'll be damned. I'll be damned if my testimony don't get heard." That's crazy. Let's see, it's about 18 minutes or so. Wow, it's right, Tasha. They say Diddy breaks silence. Okay, what's the other one? Diddy Dark Side. Right. Oh, this his former assistant. That's the one I was looking at before I got on live. Um. Ooh. Somebody say not Prince. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Let me see if it's okay to play this one, I guess. I'm trying to see if I can find it, child. Cause what? Federal trial. Okay, former lover victim. Wait, was they dating each other, Colette, you think? Okay, this is on celeb gossip. Let me see. I have to put my headphones on. Hey, yo, pass that crown to the real queen. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to show it? Thank you, Tasha. She said like, share, subscribe.
That Prince Rogers Nelson was the victim.
My headphones ain't even hooked up. Look, y'all, I'm all discombobulated. It's been too many days since I've been online. Been too many days. I get stuff unplugged, moved around, switched up. I'm getting it together though.
Victim of a ruthless murder plot orchestrated by Hollywood's most powerful mogul, Sean Diddy Combs.
The sound should be good now. Look, Tasha, because I'm good for talking on mute. We good? Yes, I was. Okay, so I was reading Colette's comment, and she basically was saying that Prince was not, Diddy was mad that Prince was not at the freak offs. Okay. Now I got the Prince um testimony pulled up. So we're gonna just listen to it real quick. But what I was saying was, see, I love all these truths coming out about Diddy and Hollywood and all Hollyweird, and these people thinking that they was gonna get away with unaliving people, drugging people, all the pedophilia they got going on and all of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I like the true speakers. I like the ones that's coming out telling on Diddy. Even like a lot of the ones, I don't know how y'all feel about Jaguar White and things like that. I feel like I've always believed her, Monique, and so other people who came out and was telling their truths about dealing with Hollywood and Diddy and you know everybody else that's associated with Diddy, Oprah and them. Carrie say we good. Okay. So that's basically what I was just saying. Like it was a whole infiltration going on. They didn't even know it. Or did they? Or did they just think they were untouchable or that nothing would happen to them? I think I feel like they were not concerned about the truth getting out because they felt like nobody would do anything to them. They felt like they have all the power, you know. They could pretty much blackmail whoever they want. I was also watching a video like of Cassie, like of course moments like this, if you anything like me, it make you want to kind of go back in time and look at like old videos of Diddy, old videos of Cassie, old videos of Jennifer Lopez and everybody that was associated making a band, all of these moments years back and in the past where we could kind of get a different perspective, a different feel of what was probably going on. And I was watching a video of Cassie where she seemed to be so innocent. She seemed to be so innocent. And I do believe that Diddy obviously took full advantage of the fact that she truly wanted to sing and she wanted to be famous. I truly believe that. He took advantage of it. He exploited her in every way possible. Um, Diddy obviously screams very narcissistic. We hear that word a lot in these social media streets. He embodies that of a warlock, that of a dark narcissistic sorcerer. That's who he is. He pretty much is a damn soul snatcher, literally. Tasha say a lot of people don't believe in Illuminati within Hollywood. Those videos and conspiracy theories are crazy. So you saying a lot of people view conspiracy theorists and theories as crazy? Yeah, I don't. I don't. I always have me a good conspiracy theory going on within myself. And I don't know. I feel like conspiracy theory hold a certain level of truth. Of course, they're gonna call people who are into conspiracy theories crazy. Of course, they're gonna do that, right? Because it exposed the lies and the deceit and the manipulations. Colette said to Rihanna hesitates too. He threatened her a couple of times. It came out in court. I could believe that. Yeah. I could see that being. Oh, right. And Jay-Z being Diddy right hand man. And then when we really think about it, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Beyonce was so young when she got with Jay-Z. Ain't he like 20 years older than her? Ain't he like 15, 20 years older than Beyonce, some shit like that? She was young. I don't believe young women should be young girls, fresh out of high school, should be dating a man, a grown ass man, well into his 30s and 40s. That's crazy to me. I talk about that all the time too. Say I absolutely believe that. Yeah. Me too, Tasha. But when you think about it, didn't Jay-Z go get Rihanna from Barbados with her family and then once she a teenager? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Rihanna fairly young too when she signed to Jay-Z? Mm. I can't wait to see Jay-Z and Beyonce on the stand. Y'all think they're gonna be part of this trial at one point? Because I feel like Jay-Z need to be up there with Diddy. You say, yeah, because he told her she can go out the door or out the window. Okay, who told her that? Jay-Z? Right, she was young. She was young. Yeah, when we think about it, when she came out with that song, Mr. DJ, somebody replay. That one, she was young. Oh, Jay-Z. Okay. Okay. Yep. Mm-mm. Let me see if this will play for us real quick. Can y'all hear this? I hit pause, but I want to know if y'all can hear it. Because I can hear it in my headphones.
Prince didn't set overdose. He was silenced.
The police have reopened the case following Cassie Ventura's earth-shattering testimony, and what they uncovered beneath Paisley Park's basement left everyone frozen. A hidden false wall, a mysterious wooden box, and an unreleased recording where Prince names a hip-hop mogul who ruled the industry with money, drugs, and blood. What began as a trial targeting Diddy for sexual assault charges has spiraled into a conspiracy that could topple the entire American showbiz empire. What Cassie knows and is slowly unveiling goes beyond sex, violence, or manipulation. It's about silenced voices bought with hush money, deaths meticulously staged, and a system of cover-up shielding an untouchable dynasty. What lies inside that wooden box? Why did Diddy want Prince erased? And most crucially, how many others knew about this and chose silence for 9 long years? The answers might stun you. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Join us on this relentless quest for justice for the legendary Prince, starting now.
Cassie said he would get physical. The one male guy who did things for Diddy and Cassie said he witnessed him get physical.
In late April 2016, the world reeled as news of the mysterious death of Prince Rogers Nelson, the musical icon behind timeless hits like Purple Rain and Kiss, gripped headlines. His lifeless body was discovered in an elevator at his lavish Paisley Park compound in Minnesota. Authorities quickly pinned the cause on an overdose of fentanyl, a synthetic opioid 50 to 100 times more potent than morphine, typically reserved for cancer patients or
I don't know, y'all. Every time I look at Diddy, I just get so disgusted.
post-surgical pain relief. Prince's death was labeled a tragic accident, a somber tale of a star ensnared by addiction's cruel grip. No one questioned it. No one doubted it. The world mourned and moved on until May 17th, 2020.
Breaking news. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs has taken a dramatic turn, with singer Cassie Ventura delivering testimony that reportedly links to the death of pop icon Prince. According to sources from the courtroom, Ventura alleges that Prince's 2016 death, officially attributed to a fentanyl overdose, may not have been accidental and could be connected to Mr. Combs. Authorities have responded swiftly.
See that damn Diddy? Oh, Diddy. Diddy think he's just so fucking untouchable. He just get people wiped off the map. Boy.
Reopening the investigation and conducting an urgent search at Paisley Park. Most shocking is the discovery in the basement of Prince's residence, a mysterious wooden box hidden behind a false wall. The contents of this box are said to be critical evidence, potentially exposing a concealed criminal network within the entertainment industry that Prince had sought to uncover before his death.
Cassie Ventura's earth-shattering testimony in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs obliterated every assumption. She declared with unyielding certainty that Prince's death was no accident. It was a meticulously orchestrated murder masterminded by Diddy, a figure no one had ever connected to Prince. Spurred by her explosive revelations, police reopened the investigation with relentless fervor. A chilling discovery in the depths of Paisley Park's basement, a wooden box concealed behind a false wall, unveiled a horrifying truth, exposing a sprawling criminal network within the entertainment industry that Prince had fought to unmask. These clues didn't just dismantle the police's original conclusions, they pointed an unflinching finger at an unthinkable culprit, Diddy.
That I don't know, right? What I know is that he was really health conscious. He was a vegan. He didn't abuse alcohol. I didn't know of him drugs. He worked out, so that also really concerned me, because it made me think that, wow, so you mean you do all these things to take care of yourself and you die so young?
The police have officially reopened the investigation into the death of Prince Rogers Nelson, which occurred on April 21st, 2016, driven by a fierce resolve to unravel the lingering mysteries from that year. This decision was ignited by Cassie Ventura's bombshell testimony on the fourth day of Sean Diddy Combs' trial. Investigators are meticulously combing through every detail: autopsy reports, witness statements, and evidence collected at Paisley Park, where Nelson was found lifeless in an elevator.
Well, they need to go back and check Kim Porter and see what was really going on with her. Clearly, Diddy allegedly could have had something to do with Kim Porter's death as well. How they can connect these dots but not connect Kim Porter's death? And all the other people that just mysteriously wind up dying and that was connected to Diddy. This is crazy.
First breakthrough emerged from a carefully preserved security archive maintained by a private firm near Paisley Park. Guided by a chilling note in Nelson's journal referencing uninvited guests on the night of April 18, 2016, police demanded access to surveillance footage from neighboring homes during that time frame.
The sex trafficking
And
trial.
y'all notice, like, Diddy always have on black. Like, he always got on black and white or red. I seen some red. He said Kim Porter has a tell-all book too. Yeah, she did. I think that's the reason that she wound up getting unalive, because of that tell-all book. It seemed like everybody that tried to do a tell-all book, there was another lady, I don't remember her name right now. I got to get her name. But she did a tell-all book too. She wound up getting unalive. So Tasha said there's a video that says he had something to do with Kim Porter, because she was all of a sudden she so-called died from pneumonia, I believe.
Trial of rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs is set to begin tomorrow. Nearly 8 months after his arrest, jury selection will begin here in Manhattan. It is happening the same day.
Official announcement. The investigation into the death of Mr. Prince Rogers Nelson, which occurred on April 21st, 2016 at Paisley Park, has been reopened with a commitment to resolving lingering uncertainties. This decision was prompted by critical testimony from Ms. Cassie Ventura during the trial of Mr. Sean Diddy Combs on Wednesday. We are conducting a comprehensive review of the case file, including forensic reports, witness statements, and evidence collected at the Paisley Park scene, where Mr. Nelson was found deceased in an elevator. A significant development stems from security data retained by a private security firm near the Paisley Park area. Based on entries in Mr. Nelson's journal referencing uninvited guests on the night of April 18, 2016, we have requested access to security camera footage from neighboring residences for that time period. The investigation remains ongoing. We are dedicated to uncovering the truth, whatever it may be, as Prince and his family deserve answers. Updates will be provided as appropriate.
So evidently Prince felt like he needed to document some things because something was obviously off. Okay, well, now we just heard the guy say, his friend, I don't remember exactly who he was to Prince, but he said Prince was healthy. Okay, so evidently Prince was feeling like he needed to document the series of events that was taking place because he probably was fearing for his life or just feeling like somebody was after him.
Thank you.
Luck was on their side. In this wealthy enclave, several residents had stored years of security video on cloud servers. Armed with a court order, the FBI recovered footage from a camera directly across from Paisley Park, capturing a black sedan idling near a side gate from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. On April 18, 2016, motion sensors inside Prince's home, preserved pristine by Paisley Park's vigilant staff, logged unusual activity at 12:47 a.m. and 1:15 a.m. Yet the front
Look
door
at him.
remained
Look
untouched.
look what he's got free. Diddy's so damn cocky, but y'all look, we gonna really pay attention to what he be wearing. I'm telling y'all, he always have on that black and white. Like he really think that he's so fucking elite and untouchable, and he's so damn cocky.
Detective Elena Marquez, a young investigator with razor-sharp instincts, floated a chilling hypothesis: an intruder had slipped through a rarely used basement door tucked behind the garden, out of sight from internal cameras. License plate analysis traced the sedan to Marcus Tate, Diddy's right-hand man. A re-examination of the basement door revealed faint signs of tampering, as if a spare key had been used. It explained the lack of forced entry. Sensor data confirmed deliberate movement through a hallway leading to the living room, the very spot.
Oh y'all, and don't get me started on Diddy's mammy. Don't get me started on that lady right there. Something about that lady's spirit just don't sit right with me. And it seemed like she could be the very reason that this monster was created in the first goddamn place.
Spot where a party had unfolded on April 18th. The truth was creeping closer, and it pointed straight at Diddy's inner circle.
The trial of Sean Diddy Combs at Manhattan Federal Court has entered its fourth day with highly anticipated testimony from singer Cassie Ventura. The atmosphere in the courtroom grew tense.
And see, you know what, Tasha, I'm glad you brought up Tupac because I always felt like Diddy had something to do with that. I felt like he was playing both sides between Biggie and Tupac to begin with. And I always felt like he had something to do with both of their deaths because he's jealous, he's envious, and he wanted their spot by any means necessary. He is definitely one of them type of men who will do anything for power. Right? So she said this go back far. It's video saying he was involved with Tupac's demise. It's been like this, right? They're just coming out telling it now. Right. Mm-hmm. Miss Taxi Ray say, yes, he did. She believe it too. Look, I don't put it past him because at this point, I feel like he'll throw his damn mama on the damn line if he have to. But for some reason, he ain't throwing that lady under the bus. I wonder why.
As Miss Ventura took the witness stand dressed in a gray dress, she maintained a calm yet cautious demeanor while facing her former boyfriend and music producer. Chief Prosecutor Eleanor Hayes pressed Miss Ventura to provide detailed accounts of events referred to as freak-off parties she had attended. Reporters and courtroom attendees were visibly focused as her testimony began.
Cassie drew a deep breath, her voice trembling but resolute.
6 months after meeting Sean, he invited me to a party at Paisley Park, Prince Rogers Nelson's home. That was the first time I met Prince. He spoke to me softly, differently. He warned me about Sean, about the dark underbelly of this industry. But days later, Prince was gone. They said he overdosed on fentanyl, a drug 10 times stronger than morphine, meant for post-surgery patients in agony. I believed it until another night, at a freak-off party when Sean was high.
She paused, the silence heavy with dread. Then she pressed on.
Sean bragged about killing Prince. He said Prince had recorded his illegal dealings and demanded hush money. Sean laced Prince's wine with fentanyl. Prince convulsed, collapsed, and died right there. Then Sean ordered his assistant to haul Prince's body back to Paisley Park, staging the scene to fool the police.
The courtroom exploded in whispers and gasps. A woman in the gallery, believed to be a relative of Prince, broke into wrenching sobs. Judge Harold Grayson slammed his gavel, demanding order, but the sound couldn't quell the tidal wave of emotion crashing through the room. Diddy, who had maintained an unshakable calm for days, now clutched the arms of his chair, his face ashen, drained of its former confidence. Cassie's voice turned cold as ice, cutting through the chaos. I recorded Sean's confession that night. She pulled a small black device from her jacket and handed it to the prosecutor. This is the proof. He wasn't remorseful. He laughed as he told the story. As Prosecutor Hayes connected the device to the courtroom's audio system, a silence so profound gripped the room that a falling pin would have echoed. Diddy's voice, low, gravelly, dripping with smug triumph, blared through the speakers.
Prince thought he was clever, filming me, trying to extort me. I gave him a special glass of wine, fentanyl, quick and clean. He convulsed, hit the floor, done. Marcus handled the rest, dragged him back to Paisley Park, left him in the elevator. The cops, too stupid to suspect a thing.
The revelation struck like a lightning.
I don't know, y'all. Y'all think this be AI sometime? Because y'all know they can make AI sound like anybody. That just sound like too specific, don't it? Is it just me?
Bolt, leaving everyone reeling. The case had veered into unthinkable territory, murder. Judge Grayson, his face stern as stone, declared a 3-day recess to allow the FBI to reinvestigate Prince's death based on Cassie's testimony. This was no longer just a trial, it was the unraveling of a sinister, meticulously concealed crime that could rewrite the history of a music legend's death.
So they're gonna reopen Prince's possible killing, right? Because of something that Cassie said, and they didn't realize that he died of a fentanyl overdose at that time, and that it was suspicious because he was healthy and he'd had no medical issues, according to that man that we heard earlier. So, I'm a little confused as to why that would prompt them to reopen his case. They should have been serious about that at that time, figure out who did it.
Guided by a haunting entry in Prince's journal, discovered in his personal archive, the FBI descended on Paisley Park with unprecedented precision. The chilling note read, April 18th, 2016, uninvited guests.
But I do know that Diddy has access. He have his own lawyers, doctors, hell, probably legal representatives, so I don't know. If he unalived Prince, maybe he had it set up to where a specific person would find him and they would write it off for whatever, if he had that type of pull and power like they claim he had, maybe he had it all set up that way too.
Check the east basement wall. The truth lies
That would be the only reason that I would see them reopening Prince's case.
in the box. Beneath the basement, behind a false wall uncovered by thermal imaging, agents found a meticulously crafted wooden box sealed tight. Prince's signature symbol carved into its lid. Inside lay a trove of handwritten documents, a small vial of fentanyl, and a USB drive loaded with recordings. The final recording, made on the night of April 18, 2016, became the case's linchpin. As the trial resumed, Prosecutor Eleanor Hayes rose, her voice ringing like a death knell. Your Honor, we have authenticated the final recording of Prince Rogers Nelson, found in the wooden box at Paisley Park. This is testimony from beyond the grave, and it changes everything. Prince's voice flooded the courtroom through the speakers, crystal clear, haunting, as if he stood among them. I'm making this recording because I know I'm in danger, he began, his tone low and cautious. Sean Combs isn't just throwing parties, he's running a machine of manipulation to inescapable situations. I've recorded evidence of his illegal activities. I told him I knew the truth. He threatened me. If I die, search my archive. It's all there. Dates, places, names. The courtroom froze, silent as a crypt. Prince continued. On April 18, 2016, at a party in my home, Sean arrived with a bottle of wine. I didn't trust him, but I never imagined he'd go this far. If something happens to me, check that wine. The recording answered the burning question, what secret was Prince determined to expose? A criminal network orchestrated by Diddy himself. Following Prince's clues, the FBI reanalyzed 2016 crime scene samples. Security footage near the basement door showed Marcus Tate carrying a wine bottle at 11:30 p.m. on April 18th, hours before Prince's death. Prosecutor Hayes pressed forward, unrelenting. She presented further evidence, the vial from the wooden box, bearing Marcus Tate's fingerprints and containing fentanyl. Forensic experts confirmed the fentanyl and the wine was potent enough to kill within minutes. This was no overdose. This was cold, calculated murder. To explain the elevator scene, the FBI reconstructed Tate's movements. After Prince collapsed in the living room, Tate, wearing clean gloves and shoes to avoid leaving traces, dragged the body through a secondary hallway to the elevator, a short route without internal cameras. He positioned Prince face up, staged naturally, and slipped out through the basement door, locking it to deflect suspicion. Paisley Park's labyrinthine layout, with its hidden passages, enabled Tate's undetected escape. The 2016 autopsy overlooked scuff marks or drag patterns because Tate wiped the floor with a damp cloth, a detail missed in the initial investigation. A former Diddy employee, buckling under interrogation, confirmed Tate acted on Diddy's direct orders. Sean said Prince had videos that could destroy his empire, the witness revealed. He told Marcus to handle it at all costs. This answered the question, what drove Diddy to kill? Prince's threat to expose Diddy's criminal network risked millions in wealth and a shattered reputation. The question, who else was complicit, loomed large when the FBI found a handwritten note in the box.
Well, Diddy's reputation is still destroyed. So he did all of this for what?
Check those close to Sean. They know more than they say. No names were listed, but it hinted at a broader web, possibly involving other industry titans. The FBI has yet to release details, fueling speculation.
And y'all know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Young Miami and how she really gloated around with Diddy for so long and how she just crickets all of a sudden. And knowing the type of lifestyle that Diddy lived, especially with violating children, speaks volumes to me. You say, so they're saying Prince was at Diddy's house right before he left. They said Prince was at Diddy's house right before him. I don't know why I feel like Diddy was at Prince's house, right? Shit. It was confusing me. I thought they was at Prince's house. Right. Okay. I was right. I'm gonna say, Tasha, you confusing me. They were at Prince's house. Okay.
Speculation about potential accomplices. With undeniable evidence mounting, Prosecutor Hayes delivered the final blow. We moved to add a first-degree murder charge against Sean Combs in the death of Prince Rogers Nelson. The courtroom erupted in hushed murmurs, but Diddy sat motionless, his eyes vacant, as if his soul had already fled his body.
Good.
In the wake of Cassie's testimony and Prince's chilling recording, Diddy's legal team plunged into a frenzy of panic unlike anything seen before. Anthony Russo, Diddy's lead attorney, renowned for turning hopeless cases around, now looked like a man frantically patching a sinking ship. His team huddled in relentless closed-door meetings, rifling through legal documents, desperate for a loophole to discredit the evidence. But every effort crumbled to dust. Diddy, once the epitome of confidence and power, was reduced to a hollow shadow of himself. In the days following Cassie's revelations, he shuffled into court looking haggard, dark circles carved under his eyes, his expensive suit failing to mask trembling shoulders. Reporters noted he barely spoke to his legal team, sitting with his head bowed, hands clutching the table as if grasping at the last threads of hope. Outside the courtroom, the public was ablaze. Hashtags like Justice for Prince and Diddy Took Prince exploded across social media. Prince's fans, who had never accepted that their idol could fall to drugs, gathered in droves outside the courthouse, brandishing signs demanding justice. But inside, Diddy's silence screamed louder than any outburst. Gone was the fiery eruption from days before. Now he sat like a man resigned to his fate. Diddy's legal team made a desperate final play. They argued Cassie's recording might have been manipulated and that Prince's tape lacked legal weight since he couldn't be cross-examined. But forensic experts had already verified the authenticity of both recordings, and Marcus Tate's fingerprints on the wine bottle and fentanyl vial delivered a fatal blow. In a last-ditch effort, Russo pleaded for a recess to gather more evidence, but Judge Grayson shot it down. "We will proceed," he declared, his voice hard as steel. Meanwhile, Marcus Tate, buckling under FBI pressure, flipped. During an interrogation, he confessed, his voice quivering. "Sean told me to deliver that wine to Paisley Park," Tate said. "I didn't know what was in it. He just said Prince needed to be handled. I followed orders." Tate's testimony, paired with the damning physical evidence, snuffed out Diddy's last flicker of hope. His legal team, though clinging to a facade of professionalism, couldn't hide the defeat in their eyes. A legal analyst whispered to a colleague, "This is the end of Diddy. No one walks away from a case like this." The trial stretched on for 2 more weeks, but its outcome was sealed. The evidence stacked like an unyielding fortress: Cassie's testimony, Prince's haunting recording, Marcus Tate's damning fingerprints, and the chilling security footage painted a crystal-clear picture of a meticulously orchestrated murder. With the aid of top forensic experts, the FBI reconstructed Prince's final hours. They confirmed fentanyl was laced into the wine he drank on the night of April 18, 2016. The dose was lethal within minutes, and Tate's fingerprints on the bottle were an undeniable death knell. In her closing argument, prosecutor Eleanor Hayes addressed the jury with raw emotion. Prince Rogers Nelson was more than an artist. He was a guardian of truth, a man who dared to confront the darkness of this industry. He paid with his life, but his voice, speaking from beyond the grave, has delivered justice. Sean Combs didn't just steal Prince's life, he stole the light of a legend. On sentencing day, the courtroom brimmed with tension, packed to the walls. Outside, Prince's fans stood vigil, clutching signs that read "Justice for Prince." As Judge Grayson delivered the verdict, his voice rang like a fateful toll. Sean Combs, for the charges of first-degree murder, drug trafficking, sexual violence, and additional counts, is sentenced to life in prison without parole. Diddy, now a frail shadow of his former self, hung his head as he was led from the courtroom. The crowd outside erupted in cheers, but among them silent tears fell for Prince, the man who even from beyond used his voice to expose the truth. Cassie stood in a corner of the room, clinging tightly to her husband, Alex Fine. She said nothing, but her eyes spoke volumes. She had fought for the truth at the cost of years lived in fear. As the sun sank over Manhattan, the saga of Diddy and Prince lingered like a ghost haunting those who witnessed the trial. Prince's final recording, a prophetic cry from beyond the grave, didn't just topple an empire, it unleashed a far greater question: what other secrets lie buried in Paisley Park's archives? Who else did Diddy manipulate, threaten, or even destroy? And is the music industry, cloaked in glamour yet riddled with shadows, ready to face the truth? Beneath Paisley Park's basement, other wooden boxes rest silently in the dark. Inside, perhaps, are unheard recordings, unspoken names. Prince, with his meticulous care and far-reaching vision, left behind more than music. He left a clarion call for justice. Somewhere in the echoes of his lingering melodies, his soul waits, poised to speak again.
See, I don't even know how I got on this part. This thing, Cassie went there. Well, her best friend takes a stand. Yeah, right, Colette, right. But see, like Tasha say, she say this is deeper than what she thought. I think it's deeper and darker than we all expected, right? Because this is crazy. And one thing about the doing shit in the dark is that it always comes to light. I mean, you only gonna get away with it for so long. Even if it's years. Even if it's years, it's gonna catch up. Wow. Just going around unaliving people to cover up all of your lies is crazy. So yes, I'm a firm believer of that. Like they say, it's a whole lot of truth. It takes truth to expose all of the wickedness and corruption in these systems. It takes truth. Everybody, what I'm realizing, especially being a true speaker myself and one that does not shy away from the truth and just calling it how it is, regardless of how it may make me look, how, it seems to cause me to have enemies or people that don't like it. It needs to be said. It needs to be said because that's how we get true justice. When we talk about the truth and expose the lies. Tasha saying this didn't just start with Diddy, right? Right. She says so many powerful celebrities that are doing these same things just ain't got caught yet. That's why I say I can't wait to Jay-Z be in the same predicament that Diddy's in. Beyonce too. R. Kelly went down. Matter of fact, there's a list. Y'all saw the Diddy party list? All them celebrities on there. If you are a bystander in the Diddy freak off, you are guilty. You are just as guilty as Diddy committing human trafficking violations and illegal activities, the RICO charges and all of that. Just as guilty as he is. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm realizing a lot of these cases got in common with Naziah Harris, with, Kimani Lateef, with just the children that we've been covering and talking about over the past few months. There's always that one person that they want to leave hanging to go down for everybody else's involvement. Jarvis, how is it that Jarvis the only one going down? How is it that Diddy's the only one? No. They all need to go down with Diddy ass. If you knew, you are guilty. If you seen it and did nothing, they are guilty. Period, point blank. If you joined in because you thought you was going to get a career and be famous and get millions, you're guilty. For whatever reason it may be, you're guilty. And what this just shows us is that it is literally mirroring, what we deal with as normal civilians and citizens. The exposure gotta happen. Either way it go, whether you're a celebrity or a regular civilian. That's just the time that we're in. Say, hey, Jay. You say they say Jay-Z sacrificed Aaliyah for Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you notice how after Aaliyah's death, Beyonce career skyrocketed. That wasn't a coinky dinky. Everything is planned and by design. Nothing is a coincidence. Y'all, I hope I don't talk myself to a sore throat again. My throat chakra been under attack, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. It has been under an attack ever since I spoke my truth and motherfuckers didn't like it. Yeah. Tasha also said, I don't see how people don't believe these stories. But see, that's the power. That's the power of social media. It's like people believe it or they don't. That's where our discernment got to kick in at. Like, okay, do it feel like truth? Do it resonate with truth? You know? I really don't like when people say things about Cassie. Like, why did she wait so long to come forth? And why didn't she leave? I've read a lot of mixed comments when it came to Cassie and her stance in this case. And obviously it's coming from people who don't understand how abuse works and trauma works and Stockholm syndrome works. And then not to mention that I do believe that Cassie was in love with Diddy. You know, narcissists love to love bomb, and they love to take you through these periods where they love you, love you, love you, love you, right? Care so much about you. And then they discard you and then treat you like shit. And then now you're trying to work your way back to that love bombing phase. And that can go on for years and years and years. That's where we get the whole toxic, narcissistic empath cycle. So I really don't like to see those type of comments where people are so insensitive to the victim. We got to keep the heat on the perpetrator, the abuser, the one who caused the damage and the trauma, the one who we seen on camera slinging Cassie, slinging Cassie, you know, abusing her, violating her. A lot of men are like Diddy. That's why I say there's a Diddy near you. A lot of men are. A lot of men are looking to expose the desire of a woman. So if you have this need and desire and they feel like they could use it to manipulate you so that they can have power, dominance, and control over you like Diddy, it's just a different scale. Just a different scale. He got millions and millions of dollars to express that toxic power that he has. Same thing with a man that's a regular civilian like Diddy, though, with a little bit of extra money, a little bit more wiggle room, looking for a woman with a need. Vulnerabilities, and exploit them. But the fact is about with Diddy that he don't have no limits to who he will violate. He got to feed that demon, that entity that's operating out of him and through him, that he obviously will violate children, women, and men. He have no look. We don't even know what's really going on with his children. Apparently, his kids be at the freak offs too. We don't even know what they have seen and the trauma that he's caused them. And the fact that how he got into the music industry, I feel like his mother, Diddy's mother, condoned a lot of the shit that he do. Ultimately, what I'm picking up on is that his mother sold him to the music industry. She sold his ass right to Hollywood. And then Diddy repeat the same shit with his children. A lot of these men like Diddy will have children just to traumatize them. Just to traumatize them, just like him. Hey, Hustle Scrubs. She said, hey, girl, hey, miss you. Miss y'all, too. It's been some days, child. Colette says he have no remorse whatsoever. No, he don't. He have no remorse, no shame, no heart, no feeling about it. He never loved. He want, and it's mighty funny that he want to call himself love when he has absolutely none. That just shows the type of manipulator he is. He exploit the concept and the sacredness of love and use it as a weapon. That's what he do. That's what did he do. And everybody around him enabled him because of his status. Because of the fact that he have connections, money, things. Everybody around him just enabled all of his behaviors, turned a blind eye, say, well, whatever, that's just what he do, long as he pay me my money. His mama. But he disrespects his own mama. I heard how he talked to his mama. He disrespects her too. She let him because he got that money on. Yeah. All the crazy stuff that I've heard regarding Diddy, y'all. It's just a lot to unpack. It's a lot of layers to pull back with this case. A lot of things coming to light. He's the monster of monsters. That's what it's given. Now, just imagine if Diddy was out loud with his shit and his shenanigans and his foolery, right? Just imagine who was backing Diddy all of this time and the horrendous shit they have done over the years. Just imagine. Oh, don't forget about old Mary J. Gotta add her in there too. We're gonna add Beyonce and Jay-Z and everybody else. Diddy is Mary J. Blige's right-hand man. She done seen it all, done it all too. What y'all say? That old Oprah. She a mess. Mm-mm. But see, that's the one thing they can't deny, y'all. They can't deny proof. Proof. Motherfuckers talking about why would a person want to keep proof and receipts? This is why. Because when a liar think that they got so much power that they can never be convicted or be exposed for the things that they do. This is why you keep receipts. This is why the Prince recorded what he recorded, and he Monique took notes, and Usher said he got emails and he had a notebook from the 1990s. This is why. Because liars like Diddy think that they can lie their way into creating overriding history and acting like certain things didn't happen. Because they got so much money they could cover up all their shit, right? Wrong. Wrong. Nope. That's why I keep receipts. Because a motherfucker ain't gonna lie to me. Lie on me. I mean, you ain't finna lie on me. I'm gonna keep a receipt now. Because if you gonna tell it, you gonna tell the truth when you talk about me. So I applaud everybody who took their notes, kept their recordings, kept their notebooks and things. Because like they say, they can check and see if those recordings are fabricated. They can check and see, right? They ain't fake. According to them anyway. They ain't fake. Say Rihanna took notes too. And she's still scared for her life. You know what? She probably not just scared for her life. She probably scared for her children's life. And she probably scared about being exposed. There are some things that she's been, I feel like that she's been involved in. Maybe that was against her will or not at some point. But she probably don't want to be exposed either. Because again, they recorded a lot of these freak offs. They were recorded so that they could blackmail the people that was there. Hey, Linda. They wanted to be able to blackmail people. Hey, Caitlin. Been missing you. Been missing y'all too. Been missing you too. So, yes. It could be a thing with Rihanna that she was involved just like a lot of other people. They don't record. Drugged out. Getting trains ran on them and joining in on trains, depending on which end of the freak off they was on. No. Like they say, this was a whole machine of manipulation. For Diddy, I don't even think it had any. I think it was just the simple fact that he had this power that was never being addressed. You know, I think he wanted the power more than he wanted the money, but the money came with the power, obviously. I think he just liked the simple fact that he had power over other people. Had people falling at his feet, doing whatever he wanted them to do. I think that's what it really was about for him, mostly. There's a Diddy near you, though. There's a Diddy near you. They don't just stop at the celebrities. They stop at your next door neighbors, your co-workers, the people in the church. Yeah. This wheel of manipulation don't just stop at Diddy in Hollywood. That's just the tip of the iceberg. What I think about his son Christian. Christian, is Christian the one that's the light-skinned one? What's his name? Let me pull up a picture and make sure I got the right one. Okay. That's not the light-skinned one. Christian is the one that looks exactly like Diddy. Christian King Combs. I think that he is a replica of Diddy. To my knowledge, he was at the freak offs with Diddy for sure, right? I can see him already being mentally destroyed because he's already been involved in the freak offs. He's already been involved in his lifestyle. His daddy already given him his way of life. He's already passed it down to him. I feel like Ain't no recovering him, probably. Yeah. You say, yeah, collect. Yeah. Where's my charger? That's why I said we don't know just how much his kids or what his kids has been exposed to. I don't think he kept much from them. I just think they thought it was normal. It was a normal way of life for them. Just like a lot of us within our family dynamics. We feel like it ain't really toxic until we realize it's toxic. Until we realize, damn, this really fucked up. Right? I feel like he probably used his twin daughters as some type of collateral, in a sense, like some type of sacrifice too. I feel like any like he literally had their mother allegedly unalive. A man like Diddy don't mean well for his kids, so I don't put nothing past him. A man like Diddy will not stop at their kids. Like, oh no, my kids is off limits. What? He's a master manipulator with power and money. He might have used his children. Sad to say. Don't think it stopped there. I think it passed on. I think it's a whole cult they got going on. And they probably sell each other kids to one another. Oh, yeah, Steve Harvey with Lori. Steve Harvey with Lori, too. It's said that Steve Harvey offered up Lori to Diddy. She was dating Diddy at one point, correct? Then when you look at her mammy was already into the lifestyle too, with her ex and the drug lord that he was and whatever else. I feel like these people are so sick that they have kids just to be able to pass them along and use them. She dated the son first, then Diddy. I don't make it no better. Because he is Diddy. Pretty much. Right? He is damn Diddy. Or maybe they set it up. Maybe Steve Harvey and Diddy set it up for they kids to date each other. Keeping it in the house, keep it in house type of thing. Keep it in a cult. Sound like my baby waking up. Just looking at these pictures, like he looked just like Diddy. Like literally. Spitting image. And I can see him, obviously, is his father, him wanting to be just like him. Every aspect, right? But what I heard about Steve Harvey is that he was not really protecting Lori. He was trying to offer Lori up. All in the name of his riches and the things that he gained, which I'm sure not just with Lori, but just period. Okay. Because we got a lot of Black people in the industry that sell their souls. We got a lot of people in the industry that sell their souls to get fame, fortune, and money and power. Steve Harvey ain't no different. None of them are any different from the other. seem like they all are in cahoots with each other, and all what's his name? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry too. Tyler Perry. Monique said that Tyler Perry told her that she know what was being done to her was wrong. So they know it be wrong, but they gain from the fucked up things that they allowed to sit back and happen. They gain from it. So instead of them speaking up for Monique, they silent. They became silent. It was also said that what's his name? Tyler Perry went to TD Jake's church, which is also said to be at these freak offs enjoying them, by the way. TD Jakes. But Tyler Perry went to TD Jake's church and wrote him $1 million check in front of the whole congregation. Now I wonder what made him do that. What made him do something like that? It's been said that they do things like that. That wasn't just so he could pocket it. It was some type of exchange going on. And the things that I pick up spiritually, because again, I'm still catching up with these stories and these testimonies and this information because it's coming so rapidly. But what I pick up on spiritually, if I had to just like break it down in layman's terms, just something real quick, right? Hush money, right? Hush money for sure. And we just look at this from just an energetic perspective because all this energy, right? And it's spiritual, right? Everything is. It's truly about who can steal the most souls. That's what it's really about. Yeah, I agree, Colette. She say hush money. Now, what might Tyler Perry need TD Jakes to be quiet about? I wonder. You know? But like I was saying, spiritually, it's all about and the dark aspects of things. You know, they say this whole machine of dark manipulation, and it is about who can siphon the most souls, who can steal the most life force energy. So it's about. But them universal laws, nobody can escape. Karma, nobody can escape. You get what you put out, period, point blank. Your power ride is only going to go so far and for so long. But again, all is energy, right? These are entities. These are entities. This is how I see it. Principalities in high places, right? For those that read the Bible, principalities in high places. What did the Bible mean when it says principalities in high places and we wrestle not against flesh and blood? What did that mean? It's spiritual. It is about the things that we cannot see. This dark force of manipulation. The universal law of karma ain't stop at Diddy. It ain't stop at our families either. It ain't stop at me and you. It just is what it is. You get what you put out into the universe. Just is. So what we're seeing is a system come down that's been basically been this force of manipulation been going on for a long ass time, and we get to witness it in real time. We get to witness it crash in real time. So the message here, the message is just do right. Do right. Kaylin says, I wonder if guilty conscience made TD Jakes step down from the church. The way shit finna unfold for TD Jakes, it was best he stepped down from the church. It was best. TD Jakes know what the fuck going on. He know. It's just a matter of time. He's been just as involved as Jay-Z and everybody else. If he ain't stepped down, they probably was gonna pull his ass down one way or the other. Hey, Lady D. One way or the other, that was gonna pull him down, Caitlin. That's what I'm feeling like. Because a lot more is going to continue to be exposed, because again, this is a whole entire operation that's going down in real time that we get to witness the wrath of truth. This is the wrath of truth, what it seems like to them, right? How could this happen to me? I know Diddy probably feeling like, how did this happen to me? How would it not happen to you? Who the fuck do you think you are? You thought you was invisible. Jarvis, Diddy, Darnell, everybody else, with these cases on these children, their sick ass families, and everything else attached to them. Better get righteous mentally. Like, church ain't nothing but a cover up. As we can see with TD Jakes and a lot of other pastors who are going down with this system. It's just time. It's really time now. A lot of corruption, a lot of darkness. A lot of things need to change with these systems within the law. A lot of things need to change and evolve. It's time. And evolve for the better of humanity. That is what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, y'all. All these dark cults, like, why is it so hard for people to just live a righteous life? Like one that is honorable. One where you can maintain your integrity, your self-respect. What is so hard about that? Like, and what's his name? Terrence Howard said something that I've been thinking about for quite some time when he said, basically he was invited to go. I don't think he didn't say a Diddy party, but Diddy was definitely trying to get Terrence Howard. And he was acting like he wanted to get Terrence Howard, expertise and be mentored by Terrence Howard so that, he can be an actor or whatever it was, whatever lies he told Terrence Howard. And Terrence Howard was saying that he would go to Diddy's house or work, go to the studio, whatever Diddy was at. And Diddy would just stare at him. Just stare. Not really saying nothing, just looking at him. That happened a few times before he realized his assistant told him that Diddy basically wants to fuck you. Diddy wants to have relations with you. He said he cut that off. But in that same interview, Terrence Howard was basically stating that, you know, once a man give up their manhood, you can't get that back. Same thing with a woman. Once you give up your womanhood and who you are as should be as a woman, as a mother, as a decent human, you can't get that back. And the fact that a lot of men gave up their manhood to Diddy, gave it up without a second thought. Even what's his name? Young Thug trying to defend Diddy. Because he probably gave it up too. You can't get that back. What is your manhood? Your masculinity. What else comes with manhood, y'all? Your dignity. Your respect. Diddy got that. What's the other guy name? Dang, why I can't think of his name. The one they had the tape going around where they say Diddy had. Dang, what's his name? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to get his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. Anyway, he went on Meek Mill. There we go. Meek Mill. I knew somebody else got me. Thank you, Hustle. Meek Mill. Okay. He went on there on Twitter, you know, posting and deleting. Look, I forgot about Justin Bieber. It's so many. Like, it's crazy. It's so many. He's still messed up. Did he know what he was doing? That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is an entity, a demonic force that's working through Diddy to take the life force, that manhood, that dignity. Give me all of that. He need all of that. So, you know, I can always have that one up and that power over you because I know that you want fame. I know that you want money. I know that you want power. Exploiting the innocence of children. That's what he did to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber ain't been right since he went to Diddy house. Usher mama sent Usher to go be with Diddy as a mentor. Traumatized him for life. Traumatized that man for life. And it's crazy how a lot of them say the things that they witnessed, they can't even speak about. It's so horrendous. They can't even speak about it. And like you say, Justin Bieber and that let me see if I can find that clip with Justin Bieber and Diddy at that on that show. Diddy is a monster. He's a monster. And see, Will Smith. Will Smith getting online talking about he ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He ain't had nothing to do with no baby oil, no nothing. But then we got video clips of you being overly aggressive, trying to kiss your own son on public TV, looks strange and weird and suspect as fuck. Clearly, your son don't want to be kissed in the mouth by his father on national TV. And y'all, did y'all see the video I'm talking about, man? Because that is crazy to me. I mean, I'm looking for 2 videos right now. Hold up. He trying to plead his case with the public because he know Will Smith know it's gonna go down for him too. All of them, probably his wife too. All of they ass. At this point, we just speculating we can't be like siding with nobody. Oh no, they wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that. At this point, this Diddy case is exposing everybody that we might think ain't got nothing to do with nothing and do. Same thing with these missing children cases, like I've been saying all along. The ones we think ain't got nothing to do with them disappearing, do. Same thing. But let me see if I can find this for pimping out. They say Justin Bieber publicly addressed it. I think this the one. This say 9 days ago, but this is old. It's not. Hey yo, pass that crown to the real queen. Okay, hold on, y'all. Ooh, I can't stand this man. I can't stand Diddy, y'all. And it's fucked up because like he got some songs that I actually do like, just like R. Kelly has, that I can't even support no more because he's a fucked up individual. Okay, let me see. Yeah, we finna look at this right now, Kaylin. I want to show y'all this for the ones that haven't seen it.
We hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
As Sean Diddy Combs enters his 5th day in federal court, hearing testimony from his ex, Cassie, and soon members of Danity Kane, there's one high-profile star the jury might not be hearing about. Justin Bieber, breaking his silence on the ordeal after months of speculation over their one-time relationship. His rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about.
We hit him like this, so we and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini. And
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Some things, everything ain't for everybody.
This all comes as Bieber's followers are worried for him. The singer's erratic social media posts causing concern week after week. The Beliebers asking if what he's seen behind the scenes of the industry led him to this point.
It's an emotional time in my life for sure. I've been having a lot of cries lately. Just all around, just being emotional. I think it just shows how much I care.
Now, you know what? I do really question the parents too. You know, we can't ignore the fact that the parents let this go on. Why are you sending your underage child to go live with a man that you barely know? Because you couldn't have known Diddy that long. You know, it still speaks volumes to the negligence of the parents to me too. Nobody is innocent in these cases to me. When it comes to these children and this human trafficking Diddy had going on, and according to what's the young lady name, y'all, that's been exposing Diddy for years? What's her name? Because she said that Diddy called the children that used to be on the tables, like you will have party favors on the table. She said it will be children on the table, small people. Colette said it's all about the money. They got paid. Not Jaguar, right? Not her. But is it I think it start with an I or A. What is her name? Allie. Yes. Allie had been, and I know some people say Allie ain't really to be trusted, or there's some things that she may have said that may not been true. I'm not sure. All I know is the things that I've heard Allie Carter say is that it sound like truth to me. I ain't listened to everything that she said over the years, but the things that I have heard did sound like truth to me. But, and a lot of things that she has said does align with the testimonies that we're hearing lately. So obviously some of what she was saying is credible. You get me? So who else was it? Right, okay. They be trying to say, right. They try to say Allie Carter is crazy. I don't think so. They try to say everybody that speak the truth is crazy. They try to slander everybody that speak the truth, and come up with all these lies and assumptions and rumors and shit. So we just gotta listen with our discernment. At this point, if it aligns with the testimonies that they're giving in court, I'm gonna take it as truth. Look, somebody's put that in the comments who would say Justin's parents were negligent and letting their child swim with the sharks. I agree. These children had no business with a grown man trying to, get their kids some damn fame and fortune and money, like you say. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't. That's what selling of the soul is. When you are willing to sacrifice anything to get money and power. That's what sacrificing of the soul is. Some stuff you can't. I'm not willing to sacrifice. My kids is off limits, period. Off limits. I would never. So these parents need to be exposed to. Who else was it that I was about to look up? I forgot who it was. Let me see. Say Diddy's children reveals what he did to Justin. How long is this? At the free call. Mm. Wow. Says Rihanna exposes what Beyonce covered up for Diddy. Yeah, Diddy gonna have everybody turning on everybody. This case gonna have everybody turning on everybody. I wish Nazaria Harris case would do the same thing. Have everybody turning on everybody. Ain't nobody safe. Say how Diddy's mom ruined his childhood. See, I'm seeing a bunch of videos. I believe that mama has something. The monster that he is. Shit. Let me share this with y'all. Probably gonna be my last video I played. Then I'm gonna get off here. We're gonna come back because there's a whole lot to talk about when it comes to Diddy. A whole lot to say. Well, let's just see what they say about the mama. What? Oh my goodness. Did y'all just see him kiss his mama on the mouth? Is that a normal thing? Y'all kissing y'all mamas on the mouth? Y'all daddies on the mouth? This how we starting off this video, godly. Let me not go back because they might.
I love you. Love you too.
So weird.
Bernie Burroughs, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother.
All right, let's cut straight to it, loves. Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, is being sued, and the streets are buzzing with claims that she's not just his ride or die, but the mastermind behind his alleged criminal empire.
I can't see her being the mastermind behind his shenanigans and shit. I really can. You say the mama gives madam vibes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, you got Run DMC. I forget this lady name. Mariah Carey. Whoever those people is. He looked familiar. This must have been an all-white party they was at. That's what it's giving. You heard about them all-white parties. Let's see what else they got to say.
Whispers of stolen publishing rights, shady financial deals, and a mother-son bond that's raising eyebrows have thrown her into the spotlight. And let's not forget her recent courtroom stunt.
And I do remember Diddy saying something like, because we clearly see that they got a weird ass relationship going on. But she ain't even want no man. Like, I really think she thought Diddy was her man. It's a lot of weird, sick mamas like this lady here.
Dressed like she was hitting a red carpet while victims were left in shambles. Word is that she enabled Diddy's worst behavior, shielding him from the consequences and creating the chaos we see today, and the disturbing downfall of his son. If you're wondering whether Janice is the real puppet master behind it all, well, buckle up, because we're about to find out.
You're talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name.
If you thought Diddy was the only chaotic force in his family, you're in for a shock. His mom, Janice Combs, isn't just in the picture. Allegedly, she could be the reason his chaos even exists in the first place.
You heard about how Diddy's mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. but I don't want to go there. But she is. She's the fucking monster.
Let's start with where it all began, because context is everything. Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, was far from a regular guy. He was a Harlem kingpin with ties to legendary crime figures like Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. He wasn't just in the game, he was the game. Tragically, his life was cut short when Diddy was only 2 years old, leaving Janice to raise him alone. Now, single motherhood is no joke, and Janice stepped up in ways most people wouldn't dare. She took on multiple jobs to provide for Diddy, and on the surface, it sounds like your classic mom sacrifices everything for her kids story, but y'all, things get really dark when you dig a little deeper, and as you're about to find out, this is where Diddy's character was built. You see, rumors have swirled for years that Janice wasn't just clocking in at ordinary jobs. Allegedly, she was involved in less than traditional work to make ends meet. And by that, I mean she's rumored to have been a S worker. Now, I'm not here to shame anyone's hustle, but it is what allegedly happened behind closed doors that has people raising eyebrows. Some sources claim Janice brought her work home, and guys, Diddy was right there in the mix. Imagine growing up in an environment where things that should have been private were out in the open. And here's where it gets even wilder. Some people believe that Diddy wasn't just a passive observer. Theories suggest that Janice might have forced him to watch her sessions. If that's true, that's not just messy, it's downright disturbing. You can't help but wonder how much of Diddy's current behavior, his infamous freak-offs, his obsession with control, stems from witnessing all this as a kid. Fast forward to Diddy's adult life and you'll notice some unsettling patterns. Remember Cassie's lawsuit where she exposed Diddy's freak-off sessions? She claimed he had an obsession with women wearing white nails during these events. Well, guess what? Diddy's mom had a thing for white nails as well. She even showed up at the BET Awards rocking, you guessed it, white nails. Could be a coincidence or not, but it definitely had people side-eyeing the whole situation.
His ex-partner, Kim Porter, rest in peace. May God bless her soul.
Yes.
She has brought a book,
She had a book?
Tello book.
Oh.
Has come out now. And in the Tello book, she talks about white nails, having white nail polish on your nails, okay? Which basically he wanted her to have all the time, to have white nail polish on.
He's his finger
on the fingernails.
Yeah.
Like he like all these girls
to have
the white nail polish.
Okay,
So
as a
that-
color. Okay.
As the color, yeah, so that you could see what the hands were doing more. Because the white nail polish
Would sell it.
shows, yes, it stands out. So when you're doing things and touching things,
That is
it's gonna
hilarious.
show. It's gonna show more. Okay. 'Cause where it's crazy is there's a video of him and his mother. They're really like talking about sexual stuff together. Him and
with
his
his
mum.
mum.
His mum was like, "Oh yeah, we're just here relaxing," and she showed her nails, and the way that they were openly like just like he was on a live. They were openly talking sexually to one another.
Yo.
With your child, and how you can put your hands flat on the floor, which means you're backing it up.
Let's talk about their mother-son dynamic because honestly, it is not giving healthy. Diddy and Janice have always been unusually close and not in the wholesome family bond kind of way. From kissing on the lips to sharing way too much personal information, their relationship has raised eyebrows for years. Diddy even once joked about doing a dating show for his mom, calling her picky when it comes to men. Like, sir, why are you so invested in your mom's love life? The boundaries just don't seem to exist between these two, and it is all kinds of unsettling.
Mom single, yeah, for real. Mom do know how to have a good time.
And then there's the strip club situation. Diddy has openly bragged about taking his mom to strip clubs, calling her his dog and saying she knows how to have a good time. Now, I get it. Some people have a more laid-back approach to parenting, but this is next level bizarre.
She ain't sitting in the house playing, outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life.
What
That's so
kind of
sick.
mother-son bonding happens over lap dances and bottle service? And to think that Diddy is so proud of it, he even once mentioned that Janice still has moves, saying she can touch her palms flat to the ground. In case you didn't know, that move is usually part of exotic or pole dancing routines meant to show off flexibility and strength, but imagining Diddy's mom doing that right in front of him? Yeah, the whole thing feels so awkward and downright mind-boggling.
We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving. She
don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh. Take pew pew pew.
One of the
What?
most eyebrow-raising moments between Diddy and Janice was when they were spotted smoking together at his mansion. Like, I get that people have different ways of bonding, but this just feels off. The whole vibe is giving party buddy instead of mother and son. It's moments like these that make you question where the line is in their relationship and if there even is one.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I mean, with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too. Mom, freshly dipped though.
We've barely just scratched the barrel, guys, because this next part will leave you beyond mad. Now, let's talk about Janice's role in covering up Diddy's alleged crimes. Over the years, she's stayed suspiciously quiet, even as the accusations against him piled up. And according to rapper Mace, there's a reason for that. Mace has claimed that Janice holds all the receipts. He alleges that Diddy has hidden most of his assets under her name. Think about it. Why would a billionaire mogul put everything he owns under his mom's control? It's giving, I know the feds are watching.
Yo, I did this. He want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing. Because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money.
That part.
Remember that.
And another thing, fans
Okay,
believe Diddy
Mace
knows his
Boo.
mom would never betray him. She's his ultimate ride or die, the person who will always protect him no matter how messy things get. But that loyalty comes at a cost, even if it includes stepping on other people's necks. And word is that they've stepped on several. Janice doesn't just stay quiet, she actively defends Diddy. Like the time when Mace dropped that diss track dragging Diddy for filth and Janice wasn't having it. She popped up on IG Live to defend her son, warning Mace to back off.
But I'm talking about everybody that's on the my mom said Mace.
What's up, Keith?
Yeah, we still love Mace. It's always gonna be love.
That's with my son.
Man, mom giving smoke as always.
Janice is literally neck deep in Diddy's business and will clearly do whatever it takes to protect Diddy's reputation. But let's not get it twisted. There's a fine line between protecting someone and enabling them. Now, at this point, you'd think Diddy appreciates his mom for sticking it out for him against all odds, but don't be fooled. Turns out, for all the loyalty Janice shows, Diddy doesn't always return the favor. Word on the street is that their relationship has had some major low points. Gene Deal, who is Diddy's former associate, even claimed Diddy slapped his mom during an argument. Guys, he allegedly hit the woman who raised him.
Yeah, that video, wow, man. I
I've
still
seen
can't
it
believe what I
happen.
seen. And I remember you told me that, you know, Diddy, he smacked his own mom. And to be honest with you, man, I really didn't believe it. But after seeing that video of him and Cassie and what he did to her, I believe it now, man.
Well, yeah, listen, bruh, Kirk Burrows, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother.
It's clear the respect levels are non-existent. Like, imagine being the woman who raised this man only to end up as a target for his possessiveness and temper. It's no wonder Diddy's relationships with women have been a hot mess, because this is how he treats the one person who's supposed to be his rock. What can you expect? And yet Janice continues to stand by him. When you zoom out, the whole situation just gets more complicated. From managing his assets to staying silent about his controversies, her role in Diddy's life is anything but ordinary. When this disturbing info came into the limelight, people just started wondering how much of Diddy's empire was built on foundations laid by Janice. If she's been complicit in hiding assets and covering for him, you can only imagine what else she has been involved in. We kind of have intel on what else she's been doing. As y'all know, ever since Diddy was arrested, his victims have been talking, and talking they did. Let's start with Uncle Gene, who had a lot to say. He mentioned that Janice was indeed controlling everything, and that even as Diddy's bodyguard, they fell out when Janice made sure Diddy fired her. Like, she would meddle in her son's business like it's her living room, even deciding who goes or who gets fired. Gene even accused Janice of the kind of harassment Diddy has been charged with, saying that she tried to get with him, and when he refused and insisted on keeping things professional, Janice had him fired.
We was in the office one time. This one time, Justin, her, she brought some food up. And she like, Gene, I need you to go downstairs.
Oh boy. She tried to sleep with Gene, y'all. I ain't surprised.
Stairs and get this food out the truck or the van or whatever she had on down there. I need to get out there. I said, and all these people's in the office. It's 1,000 interns that could have did that shit. But I know she just she wanted to show that she had power over me, and I would never give her no power over me. You understand? Because she used to always ask me to do shit. I know what, you probably really wanted me to do, but I wasn't feeling that. So now I'm sitting there like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not here for that. So she got all riled up. Everybody do what I tell them to do except you. Who do you think you are? Stuff like that. I said, I'm here for Puff. Anything happen to him while I go down there getting your food, it's a situation. Puff overheard the thing. And Puff came out and said, yo, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Why you always messing with Gene? Leave Gene alone. This came out his own mouth in his office. And there's people who was there who witnessed this shit. And from that point on, Paul started getting this other dude from my block, around our block, named Stretch, because he was NYPD, to take my days. And I just said to myself, man, I ain't fucking with that no more. And that's how we fell out. That's how it ended.
Like, imagine losing your job because your boss's mom couldn't take rejection. It is giving unhinged, and honestly, it says a lot about how Diddy operates. He's all about control, whether it's over his mom, his staff, or the people in his life. Now, here is where it gets even more twisted. Despite all the drama behind the scenes, Diddy has always made a point to publicly shower Janice with love. He's posted grand birthday tributes, calling her his hero, and describing her with over-the-top adjectives like phenomenal and vivacious. Honestly, though, these public displays feel more like damage control than genuine affection. Looks like these two have been more invested in keeping up appearances than anything else. It's messy, but it's also a dynamic we've seen play out in countless dysfunctional families. All right, bearing all of these in mind, let's now dive into the recent development in Diddy's household. By now, you've probably heard about Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, being at the center of this swirling storm of lawsuits, allegations, and scandals. But what's wild is how things just keep escalating. From being accused of enabling her son's questionable behavior to allegedly using her name as a front for his shady deals, Janice has gone from the background to the spotlight, and not in a good way. The streets are talking, and the receipts are coming in hot. When people think of Diddy, the first thing that comes to mind is his flashy lifestyle, controversial business for ending scandals. Imagine the shock when people realize that Janice has allegedly been running the show from the shadows, and her involvement is way deeper than anyone could have imagined. Besides being accused of being the real monster in this story, pulling the strings behind Diddy's questionable actions, artists, insiders, and even former gangsters have come forward to say that she is just as bad as Diddy, if not worse.
You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go down. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that. I don't want to go there. The fucking satanic behind all this shit. It's her. It's her, bro. It's her. She is his. Like they like. I can't even explain it, bro. She just ain't no. She the devil, bro. That's how I see it. She the devil. Janice Combs is the fucking devil. Yeah, man. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. Yeah, you go out there and tell me. Seeing her defend Diddy, like, sit your ass down. You the worst person. You the wrong one to talk. You got somebody that you like. That's like R. Kelly coming to talk it up for you. Like, nigga, shut up. We don't need you. No, Diddy innocent. Let's shut up, Kelly. Not right now. That's her. Shut your ass up.
You had any issues with her?
I don't like her. I ain't ever had no issues with her. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
Why you don't like her? You personally? Why?
Because she got my motherfucking money. That's why. That's why I don't like her. And her son, she right there with it when all of it was going down. There was everybody who watched that man abuse us. I don't like her.
That's what it be saying. Like people be speaking out the most about is because the money. They stopped getting their money, or they didn't get paid their money. So now they want to speak out about some shit what they don't like, who they don't like, who the real monster, who the mastermind behind Diddy. Like that's all I just heard him say. Out of everything that he said he didn't get his money. So if you would have got your money, would you still be this adamant about exposing them? Because again, go back to the money or every time. You say, is he the only child? Yes. His mother's only child.
Everybody who didn't have the heart to speak up, I don't like them.
First up, let's talk about Dion D1 Best, a former gangster turned youth coach who used to roll with Diddy back.
I'm gonna have to cut this part of the live off and probably re-upload it because of the music. So
with Diddy back in the day. Best had dropped some major bombshells claiming that Diddy used Janice's name to hide money, publishing rights, and business deals. According to him, everything shady about Bad Boy Records has Janice's fingerprints all over it.
And y'all know what? That necklace she got on, she wear it all the time.
To hide money, publishing rights, and business deals. According to him, everything shady about Bad Boy Records has Janice's finger.
See that necklace right there? She wear this all the time. I noticed. I went and looked at some of her photos. I wonder if anybody know what this means. If not, I'll find out.
Fingerprints all over it. Best said on the Daily Mail podcast, The Trial of Diddy, that his company, Finish Line Entertainment, signed artists to Diddy only to have all of their publishing rights mysteriously end up in Janice's name. These weren't just minor deals. We're talking about iconic albums that topped the charts back in the day and generated millions of dollars. But guess who got the lion's share? Allegedly, Janice. And Best isn't stopping there. He's planning to sue Janice directly for what he calls fraudulent and coercive activity. His words, not mine, but it's clear that this lawsuit could blow the lid off of years of shady business practices. But it's not just Dion Best who has beef with Diddy and Janice. Other artists like Mark Curry and Mace have been vocal for years about how they were allegedly exploited by Bad Boy Records. And just like Best, they also said it's Janice who has all the receipts. And it doesn't stop there. Other artists have hinted that Janice wasn't just involved in hiding money, she was allegedly complicit in stealing from the very people who helped build Diddy's empire. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is generational exploitation, and it's messy. The accusations paint Janice as someone who didn't just fail Diddy as a mother, but failed the entire industry by enabling and participating in his schemes. It now makes sense why this woman has not once talked about the victims or apologized to them or anything.
You say there's a tattoo on his back, Kaylin. You wonder is that the same necklace the mother wears? Oh, you know what? Let me see if I could just pull up a picture while we watch this and see if they got a
In
picture
fact,
of his
her only
tattoo.
worry so far has been that Diddy is wrongfully jailed and needs to get out. You can smell her cluelessness even based on how she's been handling the whole thing since Diddy's arrest. Let's talk about Janice's most recent appearance in court because, y'all, this was a moment. Instead of showing up like a concerned mother or someone acknowledging the seriousness of the case, or at the very least addressing the serious allegations against her, Janice pulled up dressed to the nines like she was heading to a red carpet event. The audacity. Social media lit up with reactions, and let me tell you, people were dragging her for being tone deaf, especially given the gravity of the situation. Victims and their families are out here fighting for justice, and Janice is out here flexing her fashion sense. Anyways, now the chicken have come home to roost. By putting everything in Janice's name, Diddy didn't just protect himself, he also implicated his mom in his actions. And now, as the walls close in, it seems like Janice might finally have to answer for her role in all of this. Janice's silence over the years is another piece of the puzzle. She never spoke out when artists like Mace and Mark Curry were losing their publishing rights. Insiders say that Janice was too deeply involved to blow the whistle. If she exposed Diddy, she'd be exposing herself. It's a tangled web of loyalty, greed, and self-preservation that has left countless victims in its wake. And let's not forget the human cost in all of this. Artists who worked under Bad Boy Records have spoken out about the financial and emotional toll of being exploited.
Girl, they got whole videos about Diddy tattoos. Y'all can look at some of them on TikTok and YouTube. It's been a whole thing about it.
Freddie P., a former artist, broke down in tears during an interview, saying he's still struggling to recover from what happened to him. And he's not alone. We'd be here for a week if we were to mention all these artists and their experiences with Diddy. What Diddy and Janice may have never realized was that it's not just about money, it's about the lives that were forever changed by a system that prioritized profit over people. As more details came to light, it's becoming harder to separate Janice from the scandals surrounding her son. Whether she was the mastermind or a willing accomplice, one thing is clear: her involvement runs deep. And as lawsuits pile up and more victims come forward, Janice's role in this empire of chaos is finally being exposed. And there you have it, loves. When Diddy's name comes up, it's never for anything good. And the more we dig, the
Yeah. This gonna be a good one for me to dive deep into. This gonna be a good one. It's a whole lot to dig. I mean, a whole lot. So y'all, I'ma probably put this on private. For the ones that like to catch my replays, which is a lot of you guys that like to catch the replay, you know, because of the video that I just played and the music. They're probably going to flag my video any damn way. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. We got a whole lot more to talk about when it comes to Diddy, child. I'm thinking about doing a live with Remy and Papoose. What y'all think? Remy, Papoose, I've been keeping up a little bit with their little storyline, and it's messy too, child. It's messy too. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna get off because I can feel my throat getting extremely dry, and I don't want to overwork it, and then I have to go ghost for another 6 days, y'all. So y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this quick little live. And shout out to everybody that catch this replay when I re-upload it. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this Diddy case and what's been going on. Okay. And let me know what y'all think about Remy and Papoose if y'all want to talk about that too on one of these upcoming days. Good night, Caitlin. See you. See you, love. Good night. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to whoever catch this replay. I'll catch y'all later.